ዲሞክራሲ ማለት ለኔ መብት ነው። መብት የመጻፍ የመናገር ማንኛውንም ነገር የሌላ ሰው የሌሎችን ግለሰቦች መብት ሳትነኪ የራስሽን መብት ኤክሰርሳይዝ ማድረግ ለኔ ዲሞክራሲ ነው።
Democracy for me is a political system wherein government is chosen and changed through genuine competitive periodic elections, wherein rights and freedoms of citizens are protected, and wherein the rule of law prevails, and the rule of law in line with international human rights minimum standards. Equally importantly, democracy requires that the military and security apparatus are neutral and are subordinate to the civilian military administration. So democracy is the institutionalization of all these basic elements and the existence of institutional system to implement these basic elements.
Democracy for me is accepting differences. You know, it is very important to accept differences all the time because differences are pervasive all the time. They exist. They are ubiquitous. They are omnipresent, and they have to be treated. They have to be respected. So for me, democracy is accepting differences and respecting the ideas of the others. Like you have to bring people, okay, with their own ideas, with their own values, with their own version of stories.
Democracy is a difficult concept to define or to explain, but in my view, democracy generally refers to set of ideas and principles about human freedom and government. And the core ideas embodied in democracy are basically that power ultimately rests in the people. Democracy, in addition to having a constitution, we have to have a constitutionalism. Constitutionalism, which means that constitution has to go to the extent of limiting the exercise of power of the government. So it's not enough that a country to be a democratic has a constitution, but that constitution has to go to the extent of actually limiting the power of the government. That's only where we can say we have a constitutional and democratic government.
Democracy, when one can define it, is just as a question of freedom. Freedom I'm speaking about is the freedom of speech, organization, both individual and group, and at the same time democracy can be explained in the sense of access to property right. When I say at the same time property right, it means again individual, group, family, what kind. And in this sense, I understand that democracy is something which cannot appear from the blue. It is something well enshrined in each country's constitution.